good evening to you. Welcome to high school basketball action on Central Illinois Sports. Live tonight from Griggsville Perry High School, where the 8-2 Griggsville Perry Tornadoes play host to the 7-5 Mendon Unity Mustangs. Alongside John Hull and Damon Emmerich, I'm Charlie Hull. This is the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports. These two teams getting some games in before the holiday break. They'll actually both participate in the shootout at Illinois College tomorrow, and then Griggsville Perry will again on Saturday. We'll talk more about the matchup, both teams' upcoming schedules, and how they arrived at this point in their season on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show after this.
Are you looking to streamline your banking? Great Rivers Bank has just what you need with our streamlined checking and savings accounts. Earn high interest rates or get cash back on debit card purchases with your qualifying account, plus ATM fee refunds. Certain qualifications required. Call or visit our website today at www.greatriversbank.bank to get started. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Logan Agri-Service, we consider it a badge of honor to be recognized as one of the larger independent suppliers of crop protection chemicals in the Midwest. We've worked hard for years to provide you with the access to the best herbicides, insecticides, and fungicides from top manufacturers because we know without you, our local farmers, we wouldn't be here. When you have questions, call our local experts to discuss what works best for your fields and your situation, or visit us online at loganag.com. Serving agriculture since 1962.
Grab the game while your kids are busy. You know, streaming, gaming, and homework. Now you can teach your kids the value of $1 by showing bundles with Cascom. Bundle telephone, internet, and TV. Bundle 2 for a double play or 3 for a triple play. Plus, save $20 a month for 3 months for a limited time. Then you can tell everyone how you help them with their math homework. Call Cascom about bundles today at 1-800-252-1799. Cascom at 1-800-252-1799.
There's a road that makes all the difference between the good and the great. A road less traveled for the few who can handle the grind. One of hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership, with a respect for heritage and tradition and a willingness to adapt. At Little Jess, we travel that road every day because we believe in that difference. And we dare our competition to try and keep up. Little Jess, serving the tri-state area since 1969.
Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Griggsville Perry and Mendon Unity for you this evening. A lot of maroon in the gymnasium here tonight. Tornadoes in with a record of 8-2, coming off of a little bit of a low-scoring win against Greenfield Northwestern on Monday night. 37-26 was the win for the Tornadoes, but Damon Emmerich broke a 2-game losing streak for GP, and they're looking to keep their winning ways alive here in this final week before the Christmas break.
Yeah, this starts a run of 3 games in 3 days for the Tornadoes. It was important for them to go to Greenfield Northwestern there on Monday and come away with a victory. Not always the easiest place to play, and for Griggsville Perry, they're just happy to get out of there with a win and help break a skid of what was a tough week last week with 2 losses to the 2 toughest teams that they played so far on their schedule, and definitely not the way that head coach Garrett White was hoping to see last week go for his squad.
Talking with Coach White before the game tonight, he said they've got a couple new wrinkles they're going to throw in, maybe a little retro offense that they've run with this group of kids before at the younger level, and see if it can apply here on the varsity level as well. The big thing is there's no reason to panic for this GP squad. There's still plenty of games left in the season. This team's going to win a lot of basketball games.
Well, I mean, the reality of it is you're 6 games above 500 right now, and most teams would love to be in that position, and they have a chance to go into the Christmas break. You know, they could go in 7 to 8 games over 500 if they win the next 3 games, obviously 9 games over 500, and any coach is going to be happy to be in that position at any point throughout the year.
Keith Carruthers' squad is, well, a little short-handed this season. Not a lot of bench, but the Mustangs do what the Mustangs have done really basically since Keith Carruthers took over the program, and that's playing intense style on the defensive side and really make their opponent earn everything that they get.
Well, Keith Carruthers' squad, they're going to play hard, they're going to be aggressive, and they're not going to be intimidated. And this was a Mendon Unity squad that last year knocked off the Griggsville Perry Tornadoes on their home floor, and it was really a pretty decisive victory for the Mustangs. They matched up later on in the season where Griggsville Perry got some redemption, but I think that will be something that Coach White's squad talked about the last few days leading into this ball game, is how much more aggressive and how much more physical this Mendon Unity squad was than the Tornadoes last year when they played, and wanted to remind them of what they need to do to come out and take care of business.
One of the big guys, and literally both on the court and figuratively for this team, is Melvin McMillan, the 6'4 senior, and this is a young man that can really do it all for this Mustang squad.
Yeah, and he's obviously the focal point of any scouting report when teams prepare for them, but he's going to be all over the floor, and he's a tough matchup. And for Griggsville Perry, when they go up against him, they've got to make sure that they stay on the floor, not try to block shots, and get in front of him. And the big key is, do what you have to do to try to get the ball out of his hands, whether that's a double team in the post or front him when you're trying to defend in the post to prevent him from getting that catch.
Here on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show, both teams out on the court warming up in preparation of this varsity contest between the Tornadoes and the Mustangs. Glad you're alongside on Central Illinois Sports.
Luke and Aaron Fessler at Fessler Insurance are here to help you with all of your insurance needs. Fessler Insurance, a Country Financial agency, provides life, health, auto, home, and farm insurance. Trust your insurance needs to the local folks at Fessler Insurance. Call for a quote today at 217-285-4429 or stop by at 1165 West Washington Street in Pittsfield for Fessler Insurance.
Best Systems Insulators offer insulation for homes and commercial buildings throughout Central Illinois and the surrounding areas. We take great care to ensure that the insulation products we use are the best fit for our clients and their project. We understand that different buildings have different needs and that each of our clients has a unique set of goals. Let us work with you to find the best solution for your next project. Call Best Systems Insulators at 217-285-6005. That's 285-6005. Or visit them online at GoBestSystems.com.
Cedar Lake Campground has been owned and operated by the Kramberg family for over 50 years. Located off of Highway 24 between Coatesburg and Camp Point, Cedar Lake Campground is a quiet family campground that you're sure to enjoy. With 60 RV spots with water and electric and our 5-acre lake, it's a perfect spot for a weekend spent fishing, spending time with family, and enjoying the great outdoors. Find out more about Cedar Lake Campground on Facebook or call 217-455-4602.
Here in Pittsfield, we're focused on maintaining a healthy, diverse economic base to increase opportunities for our residents. Economic factors greatly affect a community's overall potential, and we strive to continue our prosperous culture. The availability of both commercial and industrial employment centers and new lucrative entrepreneurship opportunities are major assets for growth and development here in Pittsfield. In addition to providing employment and income to people, Pittsfield also boasts several tax incentive districts to further facilitate economic growth. Examples of growth and success can be seen throughout Pittsfield. Pittsfield is located within Pike County and widely known for the abundance of white-tailed deer, and is also home to companies that have capitalized from the region's natural resources. Located over on Madison Street, Whitetail Properties is a major local and international employer that truly embodies the local and economic spirit of Pittsfield. State-of-the-art communications and telecommuting are available here. Be sure to catch their televised series throughout the week on the Sportsman Channel. Come grow and be a part of something great in Pittsfield, Illinois.
Welcome back alongside of the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Locations in Pittsfield, Perry, Liberty, and Hannibal. Great Rivers Bank can help you with all of your banking needs, whether you're looking for a loan for that new car, home, or maybe buying some hunting property. Let Great Rivers Bank and their tremendous staff help you. Learn more at greatriversbank.bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. The Tornadoes and the Mustangs here this evening. GP, after tonight, they'll play in the IC shootout both tomorrow and Saturday. The Mustangs will also actually play tomorrow as well. They're going to take on a Beardstown team at the IC shootout. But for Griggsville Perry, their schedule got a little tougher, Damon. They were supposed to play Lovejoy. Lovejoy can't come. All of a sudden, here comes Springfield Calvary, who's a team that could be a top 10 team in Class 1A.
Definitely a change that Coach Garrett White wasn't expecting. Knowing that they've got games 3 3 games in 3 days. He's probably done a lot of his scout and prep work already for that Saturday matchup. But, sometimes it's best to not have a chance to really come in and prepare a scouting report and just tell your guys, go out and play. And that may be the best thing, but they can't look too far ahead as they've got to face this Mendon Unity squad here tonight and then try to win another game tomorrow night before they face that Springfield Calvary squad.
When you take a look at Unity, they've played a lot of close games this season. In fact, a couple of their losses just by a couple of points. A 2-point loss to Pittsfield comes to mind. This is the team that if you're going to beat them, they're going to kind of make you do it in an ugly manner, and GP is going to have to be patient and efficient on the offensive end of the floor.
Well, one of the strengths of this Mendon Unity squad is they make teams play their style of basketball. They muddy up the waters, they make it ugly, and that's what Coach Carruthers wants, because most of the time in a scenario like that, it leads to your opponent getting frustrated out on the floor, and that's when the Mustangs can capitalize.
For this Griggsville Perry squad, one of the things they have not done very well this season, Damon, is box out and control the boards, and they have the players to do so. Now, Wyatt and Lane Lipcomb, neither one are very tall young men, but if you get a box out, you can still get a rebound, and that's one of the things I think Garrett White and his coaching staff have really been preaching to this team is rebounds and not giving up offensive rebounds to their opponent is imperative.
Well, Charlie, most folks that know us would be surprised to hear that we may not have the most athletic ability, so that was something we weren't blessed with. But Griggsville Perry has many nights they're the most athletic team out on the floor, but rebounding isn't about athletic ability, it's about positioning. And honestly, rebounding, it's about pride. And you have to take advantage of the situations that you're in, make sure that you're getting yourself in the correct rebounding position. But not only that, you've got to put a body on somebody and really back them out of there and then go up for the rebound. And we saw on Friday night against West Central that Griggsville Perry really struggled on both the defensive and offensive glass, and it comes back to haunt them. Now, that was not the difference in the game on Friday night by any means, but when another team's able to get 6 to 10 points off the offensive glass, it really cuts into the opportunity to win ball games, and it's also deflating because you get that initial stop, give up an offensive rebound and a putback, and that just really can take the momentum away from a team.
It definitely adds up and does make a difference. We'll continue on with a great Rivers Bank pregame show next on Central Illinois Sports.
I like hard work. I mean, I kind of was raised that way. You really do make a difference. You're helping ship out food to feed people. Someone's got to do it, and I don't mind doing the hard work of it, That gives me meaning, and I do go home rewarded. Every time I drop off a pallet, it's kind of corny, but I look back at it with a sense of pride. I'm like, yep, I built that, it looks awesome, and then I just drive away. I love it. When my life needed meaning, I chose Doc.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are now and where you want to go and design a financial plan to take you there so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Sheila Davidsmeyer today. Her office is located at 311 West Washington in Pittsfield, Illinois, or visit SheilaDavidsmeyer.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
The heart is the hardest working muscle in your body. If something goes wrong with it, you need a medical team that works just as hard. You need Blessing Health's Open Heart Surgery Team, celebrating 20 years of delivering life-saving care to tri-state residents. Patients and families choose Blessing Health's Open Heart Surgery Team for its experience, quality, and heartwarming compassion. Get the most out of your hard-working heart.
Make your dream kitchen and bath a reality with help from Pike County Lumber. We'll create a design to fit your lifestyle and your needs. Quartz countertops, quality onyx that offers dozens of colors. From start to finish, trust the knowledge and experience at Pike County Lumber.
Griffin Signs and Time at 122 South 9th Street in Quincy is a full-service sign company that can complete any project. From fully wrapping your entire fleet of vehicles, digital signs, storefronts, to creating small banners and signs, the right and professional signage is the difference of getting the job, heading folks in the correct direction to find you, or creating a brand recognition for potential customers. Put the right signs in your customer's mind with Griffin Signs in Time. Call 217-228-7470.
Well, both teams have decided they don't need all the warm-up time given to them, so they've headed to their respective benches. We'll have the national anthem. When we come back, we'll have the Farm and Home Supply starting lineups on Central Illinois Sports.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
As a new hunting season begins, we observe a species most rare, the hunter incompetus. The hunting ritual begins. Already he stakes his claim by bringing a duck call to a deer hunt. Disaster strikes. A devastating blow to a long-suffering species. There may be no helping the hunter incompetus, but for everyone else, no other place has it all like Farm and Home Supply. Tell my mom to pick me up soon.
Time to take a look at the Farm and Home Supply starting lineups. Don't forget Farm and Home Supply when you're finishing up your holiday shopping, if you're like Naaman and haven't even started yet. Farm and Home Supply has it all for you. Learn more at farmandhomesupply.com. The Unity Mustangs, Keith Carruthers squad, 7-5 on the season. They'll start at a guard. He's a 6'1" junior, Skylar Goudshaw. At a second guard, he's the 5'11" sophomore, Sawyer Allen. And at the third guard, it's the 6' senior, Cody Schaefer. At a forward, he's a 5'11" senior, Ethan Voss. And at the other forward, the 6'4" senior, Melvin McMillan. McMillan, Voss, Schaefer, Allen, and Goudshaw for the Unity Mustangs. For the Griggsville Perry Tornadoes, 8-2 under head coach Garrett White. They'll start at a guard, a 5'9" senior, Wyatt Lipkaman. At a second guard, he's a 5'9" senior, Lane Lipkaman. And at the third guard, he's the 6'3" senior, Michael Myers. At a forward, he's the 6'5" junior, Logan Finsick. And at the other forward, the 6'1" senior, Eli White. White, Finsick, Myers, Lane, and Wyatt Lipkaman for the Tornadoes. GP and Unity live from the Nick. We'll tip it off next on Central Illinois Sports.
One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Just about ready here after the rave gets over with the black lights. Could have had a little more bass in that music, but GP will be in the home white uniforms with the maroon numbers and gold trim. The Mustangs are in the visiting maroon road unis with the white numbers and dark trim here tonight. John Hall, Damon Emmerich, Charlie Hall with you on Central Illinois Sports. Myers jumps against McMillan for Griggsville, Perry, and Unity, respectively. Our referee steps into the center circle, and the tip is up and controlled by the Tornadoes. GP with the first possession of this contest. On the right side with it is Wyatt Lipkeman. To Finsick, back out Lipkeman, now to Lane Lipkeman against the zone defense of Unity. Or they just playing a loose man, Damon.
Playing a loose man.
Right side, White. Guarded there by Voss. One of the hardest working young men you'll ever see is this young man, Ethan Voss. Actually, he and Eli White kind of remind me of one another. Voss a little more offensive prowess to him, but both hard workers, do a lot of little things right for their team. Lipkeman with it, and we're going to see an offensive foul called here on an illegal screen.
Foul will be whistled against Michael Myers. That'll be his first. Team foul number 1.
7:19 to play in the first. Ball out of bounds, length of the court to go for the Mustangs. Inbounds pass knocked away by Lane Lipkeman. Amongst the full court pressure of GP. Allen will throw it in once again here on the baseline for Mendon Unity. Gets the ball into McMillan in the backcourt, the 6'4 senior. Now to Cody Schaefer. Works it to Voss in the middle of the court, finds Allen, drives in, puts up a little runner, no good. Rebound fought for off of McMillan and out of bounds. It'll be Tornadoes basketball, length of the court to go. And a little difference in time of possession there.
Yeah, Mendon had the ball for about 5 seconds. GP had the ball for 40 seconds before the turnover.
Myers pushes it into the front court, finds White on the wing. Back to Myers in the corner. Just underway here in quarter number 1. Finsick reverses the ball over to Eli White. Back out top, Lane Lipkeman. Trying to get used to this offensive set against the defense of the Mustangs is this Tornado outfit. On the right side, White. Works the top of the key to Finsick. Finsick, a tall, long, lanky junior. Stands about 6'4".
Yeah, and GP really needs Finsick to knock down a few shots here as they get the ball to Lane Lipkeman, and he'll get the Tornadoes on the board with his first 2 points of the ballgame.
Good patience again for the Tornadoes. Got the opening and one of their better scorers in one of his better scoring spots. 2-0 GP on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Into the front court, Schaefer on the run out, drives at Myers, little finger roll up and in for his first basket and ties the game at 2 points apiece. Wyatt Lipkeman brings it into the front court. Out to White. Now Lane Lipkeman to Wyatt Lipkeman. Drives the baseline. Cut off there, and they'll say he stepped out of bounds.
Be the second turnover of the ballgame against the Tornadoes. And with 5:56 to play here in the first quarter, the Mustangs will have the basketball length of the floor to go, looking for their first lead of the ballgame.
Now they have a 3-on-2 as they break the press. Sawyer Allen drives inside. Shot up no good, but they'll say he was fouled on the floor first. And it'll be Mustang ball out of bounds.
Be the second foul of the quarter against the Tornadoes. That one will be whistled against Logan Finsick. That's Finsick's first of the ballgame.
Inbounds pass to the corner. Allen for the 3. It's short. Rebound on the offensive side comes down to Gauchel. He'll get it out to Schaefer. You can tell the Unity players have been in the weight room, can't you?
Yeah, it might be a few football players on this squad as the Mustangs will be whistled for their first turnover, as they're going to say Schaefer took an extra step before putting the ball on the floor.
Tied at 2. 5 minutes, 32 seconds to play in the first. Finsick at the free throw line. Hands it off to Myers. Over to White on the left wing. Top of the key now. Lane Lipkeman quickly on the right side to Finsick. Wyatt Lipkeman near the elbow. Puts it on the deck one time. Over to Lane Lipkeman. Dialing a long distance and knocking it home for the Tornadoes to make it 5-2. 5 points out of the gates early here for Lane Lipkeman, the senior. Into the front court, Voss finds McMillan. Attacks against Myers. Goes through the contact and scores his first bucket of the game. Nice job by Myers to be straight up there and not pick up that second foul. Mustangs have not had a lot of trouble once they get the ball in bounds, getting the ball into the front court here.
Yeah, they've really split the middle of the press for the Tornadoes and just been able to attack the bucket with a one-man advantage most of the time on that fast break.
Wyatt Lipkeman to White on the right wing. I think you made a good point, though. Finsick has to become a little more of an offensive player because if he and White are on the floor at the same time, they both can't be as passive. Here's a shot put up by Myers, no good. A rebound fought for and secured by the Mustangs. Schaefer brings it into the front court. Works the pass on the right side. Knocked out of bounds by Myers. It'll stay with Unity. Here comes Dane McAllister, the 6'4 senior, and Garrett Woodward, the 6'2 junior, into the game for GP.
McAllister not starting tonight, wanting to maybe just mix things up a little bit and maybe just let him get a little bit of time to collect his breath coming off the bench. And McAllister's a guy that the Tornadoes need to score and to play well. So seeing if they can't just mix things up for Dane. He's been struggling with his confidence here so far early in the season, and give him a chance to just regroup.
Miles Moulton is also checked into the game for Unity. He's got the ball top of the key. Works it to Voss on the left wing. Skips it across the top of the zone, Schaefer. Schaefer to Moulton, now Voss. Good movement, activity on the zone for GP. Now Voss just puts his head down, drives inside, and gets it to go and gives the Mustangs their first lead of the contest, 6-5. Just kind of bully ball that time from Ethan Voss.
Nobody stepped up to stop him as Myers attacks the bucket. He'll be fouled on the drive by McMillan. That'll be McMillan's first, and the first foul of the quarter against the Mustangs.
Could be big for GP if they could get McMillan in foul trouble here early on.
Yeah, I'd look to get the ball back to Myers or whoever's guarding McMillan and put the ball on the floor and see if they can't draw the foul.
Myers gets it in the paint, little turnaround hook shot up and in for two. And he gives the Tornadoes the lead right back, 7-6. McMillan in the backcourt to Allen. Scans the defense. Now we'll throw a high pass to Voss. Takes it across the half-court line. Works a pass over to Schaefer. One thing I will say about Unity, they do a nice job of anticipating where that pass is going. And now ball stolen away by the Tornadoes into the front court. Myers finds McAllister running the floor well, and he'll put it up and in for his first two. And GP has the three-point lead.
Ties the largest lead of the ball game for the Tornadoes.
Voss gets the ball to Schaefer into the front court on the bounce. Just a hair under 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Voss with it. Back out to Schaefer, to Voss on the wing. Skips it over the top to Allen. Moulton now gets a touch. Not a lot of offensive touches for this man in McMillan, but he gets it now. Has the ball knocked away and stolen away. Into the front court, and with it is Wyatt Lipkeman. Out to Woodward, to Myers, wide open three, short. And the rebound secured by Schaefer. Schaefer wants to push the pace into the front court, and he'll be fouled on the floor.
Be the third foul against the Tornadoes. That one will be whistled against Lane Lipkeman, so Lane's first. Third foul of the quarter. 2:16 to play here. First quarter action. Tornadoes with the lead over the Mustangs, 9-6.
Inbounds pass comes to Moulton on the right side. Works it back to Voss as he switched places a bit. Skip pass across the top to Allen. Now to Moulton. Allen a little more filled out physically than Moulton is at this point in his career. Moulton caught up a slight build. Here's that three-point shot that was actually blocked. Ball goes out of bounds, and they'll say last touched by the Mustangs. It's headed GP's way. 1:55 to play here in the first. McAllister works a pass to Lipkeman. He's all by his lonesome in the front court. Layup up and good. Wyatt Lipkeman with the bucket, and the Tornadoes have the 11-6 lead. Here's a steal now by Woodward. Takes the pass to Myers. Right side, Wyatt Lipkeman. Tornadoes trying to capitalize on what's been already a bunch of turnovers here on Unity. Down though, the work at the Lane Lipkeman. He'll put it up and in for two. And we got a whistle and an Adams Network timeout. Adams Fiber is local, and they're providing the ultimate internet experience with Wi-Fi 6 and internet packages with speeds up to 1 gigabit. Visit followthefiber.net.
At Full Throttle Parts, we do spray-on bed liners, a brand called Patriot Liner. It is very elite. It actually enhances the resale value of anything you put it on or off-road.
Go Full Throttle!
Go Full Throttle.
Out of the timeout, GP has a 13-6 lead on the PCRE scoreboard. Unity called the timeout, Damon, as turnovers a problem here in the early going for the Mustangs.
Yeah, after the Mustangs took their first lead of the ball game at 6-5, GPs went on an 8-0 run. Mendon has 4 turnovers, 3 of them coming in the last few possessions.
Tornadoes come out of the timeout in a man-to-man and get another steal. Woodward with it off of the deflection. He'll take it into the front court on the bounce against Moulton. Drives inside, put up a runner, no good. And the rebound pulled down by McMillan. He'll get it to Moulton. Moulton drives right out. McAllister shot no good, but McMillan there to clean up the glass. He's got his second basket with under a minute to play in the first. Pulls the Mustangs to within 5. Woodward on the wing left side. Looks for the man to come off the curl screen to Finsick. Now back to Woodward. Out front with it is Lane Lipkeman. Tornadoes have had some long possessions on the offensive side here tonight, but their patience has been pretty impressive so far. Finsick with it out top. They're not really pressuring him much out there.
No, and with approaching the 20-second mark, GP will hold for the one last shot as they get the ball into the hands of Lane Lipkeman with 15 to go.
He'll put it on the deck near the center circle. Still has it on the bounce with 10 seconds to play in the first. Left side to Wyatt Lipkeman. Out top Lane Lipkeman. Drives, kicks. Left side, Wyatt Lipkeman 3. A back iron, no good. A rebound down to Gauchel. And that buzzer signals the end of the first. After one, it's Griggsville Perry 13, Unity 8. Back with second quarter action on Central Illinois Sports.
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect.
Stotzi Automotive and Tire, located at 201 Adams Street in Camp Point, Illinois, is your local automotive repair shop. Whether you need an oil change, brake job, alignment, engine repair, or new tires, Stotzi Automotive is here with honest and competitive pricing. Call Reagan and his team today to schedule your appointment. 217-740-5010. That's 217-740-5010 for Stotzi Automotive and Tire.
Ready to start the second quarter. Unity will have the basketball down by 5.
Well, after one quarter of play, the Mustangs are 4 of 8 from the field for 50%. The Tornadoes 6 of 10 for 60%. But turnovers really the story in this one, as the Mustangs will start the second quarter with another turnover. That's their 6th of the ballgame.
The last time we saw Mendon Unity was when they lost by 2 to Pittsfield. They had 25 turnovers in the contest and lost by 2. Here's Finsick with the ball on the bounce. Gets it to Myers, joined out there by McAllister, Lane, and Wyatt Lipkeman. Finsick takes the ball toward the top of the key. Gets it over to Myers on the right-hand side with a McMillan out on him. Well, Myers tried to drive out of here, see if he can pick up that second foul. He did, but Schaefer's there to knock the ball away and take it away. Third turnover by GP, and then the Mustangs send it right back the other way. McAllister on the dribble drive. Shot up is no good, but they'll call a blocking foul here, and McAllister will shoot 2.
That'll be the first foul of the quarter, as Cody Schaefer will be whistled for his first. McAllister will go to the line for the first free throws of the ballgame for either team, as GP's got the 13-8 lead here. 7:12 to play here, second quarter action. As Dane McAllister, the senior, at the line for the Tornadoes. His first free throw attempt is on its way, and it is good.
Illini Express, now located at 640 West Washington Street in Pittsfield, on the main campus of Illini Community Hospital, open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., here to serve you with walk-in medical care for patients ages 18 months and older. Learn more at IlliniHospital.org.
Second one for McAllister's in the air, and be no good. Rebound to Gouchall. That's his third of the contest.
14-8, Griggsville Perry, the 6-point lead. 7:05 to play here in the first half. Ball out front to Moulton. To Gaucho on the left side. Gets the ball reversed over to Schaefer. Down low, going to try to put Allen to work in the paint. Back out to Gaucho. Quick pass on the baseline to McMillan. Drives underneath. Shot put up. Blocked by McAllister, and McAllister gets the board. His outlet pass into the front court is stolen away. Quick pass on the wing. Goes to Allen, whose little floater won't fall. Rebound tipped around and pulled in by Michael Myers. Into the front court come the Tornadoes. Wyatt Lipkeman to McAllister on the wing. Around the horn it comes to Myers, now White. 6:20 to play in the first half. It's a 14-8 GP lead on the PCRE real estate scoreboard. Here's Myers on a pull-up jump shot, no good. Rebound run down on the offensive side, though, by Dane McAllister. Wyatt Lipkeman to McAllister at the free throw line. Stops, pops, shot way off the mark. Another offensive board for GP as Wyatt Lipkeman knifes the lane and puts it in for two. An 8-point lead now for the Tornadoes. Their largest of the contest as they've doubled up Unity right now. Moulton out of a double team finds Allen. And a reach-in foul here on one of the Lipkemans. I believe this will be Wyatt.
That'll be Wyatt's first team foul of the quarter, as we'll see Garrett Woodward check back into the ballgame for the Tornadoes. McAllister will take a seat. On the other side, McMillan will catch a breather as Voss checks in.
We also see Elijah Parsons in for the first time, replacing Miles Moulton. It is not a deep bench for Mendon Unity. Just 4 substitutes in uniform. Allen has it out front for the Mustangs, down 16-8. Here in quarter number 2. Ball out top to Schaefer. Swings it a couple of times, now on the right side to Allen. GP not letting him get any kind of space to get his shot off. He gets it back down the right wing. Tries to create a little space against Lane Lipkeman. Out top to Gaucho. On the right side, back to Allen. 2-3 zone, and now the ball is stolen right away. Lane Lipkeman steal. Wyatt Lipkeman layup. In for 2. And we get a whistle and an Adams Network timeout. We'll pause as well. 5:06 to play in the second. GP up by 10.
The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC.
Unity called their second time out of this first half as they face a double-digit deficit for the first time tonight.
Yeah, Mendon trailing by a score of 18-8, and the big story in this ball game, as we talked about, turnovers. 8 turnovers for the Mustangs, 4 for the Tornadoes, and the Mustangs need a bucket on this possession.
Schaefer with it, off the dribble, gets it out front to Parsons. Saw Parsons play a lot in the JV game that Griggsville Perry won handily. Allen with it left side. Pressured hard now to Gaucho. Gets it out top Parsons. Ball reversed on the right wing to Schaefer at the 4:40 mark of the second. He tries to dribble through a couple of defenders. Not a lot moving toward the basket right now for the Mustangs. Now Gaucho gets it on the baseline and is fouled.
That foul will be whistled against Eli White. That'll be his first team foul number 2 of the quarter, but it also allows McMillan to come back into the ballgame for the Tornadoes as Voss will take a seat.
Out of bounds on the baseline for the Mustangs. Ball comes into McMillan. Little fadeaway J, and he finds the mark. McMillan another 2 and makes it 18-10. Woodward quickly into the front court for GP. To Myers at the free throw line, and there's the answer at the other end. 10-point game very quickly once again. Into the front court. McMillan near the sideline. Crosses over on the dribble. Works the pass out top now Schaefer. He'll put it on the deck. 4:04 to play in the half. Parsons out to Schaefer. Over to Allen. Every time Allen catches it, one of the Lipkemans is right in his face. Now here's Schaefer for a three, no good. Offensive rebound down to McMillan. He'll put it on the deck. Give it to Gaucho left side. Back out top to Allen. Can Unity capitalize on this second chance opportunity? Gaucho on the wing finds Allen top of the key. Over to Parsons on the wing now. Kind of daring him to shoot it. To Schaefer. Works off the McMillan screen. Drives inside. Gets it to Allen. Good luck three ball on the way. Too hard. And the rebound to Wyatt Lipkeman. He'll push the pace into the front court for GP. Leaves it out top to Lane Lipkeman. To Myers. In the corner, Wyatt Lipkeman gets it back.
I look to get the ball to Myers right here as he's being guarded by McMillan and see if he can't pick up that second foul against McMillan here in the first half.
White gets it on the right side. Wyatt Lipkeman on the perimeter. Out top to Woodward. Under 3 minutes to play in the first half. GP up by 10 and on the attack. Here's Lane Lipkeman left alone from 15, and he'll hit it again. You just can't give that much space to these shooters for GP. Parsons into the front court in a pickle, dribbles out of it, and nearly had it stolen away, but somehow got it back. Schaefer out front, way out front in fact. Down by 12 are the Mustangs. 2:27 to play in this second period. PCRE Real Estate and Auction, our scoreboard sponsor. Learn more about all their latest local listings at PCRERealestate.com. Here's Gaucho for a three, top of the key. It's off the mark. Rebound to a hustling Cody Schaefer. He'll leave a pass that's stolen away by Wyatt Lipkeman. Larceny, layup up and good. GP keeps pouring it on here. They're up by 14. Into the front court, and with it is Allen on the sideline, and hands on him. The referee will call the foul.
White will be whistled for his second. Third foul of the quarter against the Tornadoes. We'll see McAllister and Fensick back in for the Tornadoes as White and Woodward take a seat. For the Mustangs, Schaefer will catch a breather as Ethan Voss back into the ballgame for Mendon Unity.
Allen to throw it in on the sideline for the Mustangs. Throws it into the backcourt to Parsons. He'll bring it up against Lane Lipkeman's pressure, and they'll call a reach-in foul on Lipkeman.
That'll be Lane Lipkeman's second, fourth foul of the quarter against the Tornadoes. Mustangs will shoot double bonus the rest of the way as Lipkeman will go to the bench with his two fouls. Woodward back into the ballgame. Took a seat long enough to catch a drink on his way back to the scorer's table.
Ball comes to Gaucho in the backcourt. Across to Sawyer Allen. Free throw line, McMillan. Gets it to Gaucho in the paint. Tried to pass off to Voss, and it's out of bounds there. Looked like Gaucho had an opportunity just to go up and try to score.
Yeah, he had a chance to go up for the shot, and there just wasn't very good spacing right there for the Mustangs on that possession, which resulted in their 10th turnover of the ballgame.
10 turnovers, 10 points. Not a good combination if you're Unity. 1:28 to play in the half. Griggsville Perry trying to expand on what is already a big lead. Unity actually led, 6-5 in this contest?
Yep, 6-5. Their lone lead of the ballgame as Woodward attacks the bucket, gets the open lane, and layup up and good for his first 2 points of the ballgame.
Allen brings it across for the Mustangs with a minute to play in this first half. It's been all GP here. Parsons on the right wing. GP really looks locked in defensively. Over to Voss on the wing. Out top to Allen. Gets it in the middle to Voss. Shot fake and a drive. Gets to the rim. Shot partially blocked by Fensick. Rebound to Myers. He'll give it up to McAllister. McAllister on the run out. Misses the shot. And the rebound to McMillan. Back into the front court quickly to Gaucho. He kind of cheated back, and he'll get his first bucket of the contest to make it 26-12. Pauses the scoring run for GP momentarily. Still a 14-point advantage, though, with 20 seconds to play in the half. Wyatt Lipkeman on the dribble out front against Allen. Works it left side to Myers with 10. Skips it across Wyatt Lipkeman. Dribble drive inside, trying to create. Finds Fensick on the back cut and in for two. Parsons did not get it off before the buzzer sounds, and we head to halftime in the Little Jess Motors halftime show as the Griggsville Perry Tornadoes sharing it well in this one. They lead the Unity Mustangs 28-12.
Here at Little Jess, we value hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership. We have a respect for heritage and tradition and believe in the pursuit of building legacies, breaking records, and putting forth award-winning results. That's why supporting schools and local teams is one of our favorite and most exciting parts of our business. For over 7 decades, we strive daily to use those same values as a foundation to meet our community's automotive needs and support our future generations. Little Jess Motors, serving our community since 1969.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times, and Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
Chris Nichols, managing broker and owner of PCRE Real Estate and Auction, has over 15 years of experience, specializing in selling hunting and recreational properties and farmland. Chris prides himself on combining buyers and sellers, both local and from around the country, to help both parties achieve their land investment goals. Chris takes the time to walk clients through the process of selling their property from start to finish, making the experience feel seamless and enjoyable. Contact Chris Nichols and PCRE Real Estate and Auction at 217-473-3777.
From bag to field to bin, Prairieland FS is your home for quality seed. We treat it right here at one of our local facilities, deliver it right to your farm, and then provide the propane to fuel your bins. Have confidence in what you're putting in your engine with our energy specialist. They're focused on maximizing power, fuel efficiency, and engine protection to keep you going. We're neighbors serving neighbors. Prairieland FS, your leading supplier of choice.
Hey, West Central Illinois, are you looking for a great deal on a vehicle? Well, at Westtown Ford, we have a lot full of vehicles. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. We've got them all, and a lot of them at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville.
Time to be thinking about tax planning. You can count on Illinois FBFM for accounting, consulting, and tax preparation for farmers and businesses in Pike, Brown, and Adams County. Phone 217-593-7233. That's 593-7233. Illinois FBFM can take care of your farm accounting needs. Get your accounts in order for this tax season. Contact Jesse Shootman, Emily Matthews, and Brad Wellman. Illinois FBFM in Camp Point, working for you.
Welcome back to the Little Jess Motors halftime show. At the break, it's Griggsville Perry 28, Unity 12, and Damon Emmerich's got to look at some of your halftime stats.
Well, Griggsville Perry led by a score of 13-8 after one quarter of play before outscoring the Mustangs 15-4 in that second quarter. For the Mustangs, no player with any foul problems, a couple of players with one foul apiece. Mustangs with 10 turnovers in the first half. 2 lead changes in the ball game. The Mustangs with a lead by as many as 1 point. The Tornadoes' 16-point lead at the half is their largest of the ball game, and we were tied at 2. For the Tornadoes, Lane Lipkman and Eli White with 2 fouls apiece. No other player in foul trouble for the Tornadoes, who at the half lead the Mendon Unity Mustangs by a score of 28-12.
Press Yours On You would like to wish all the area teams the best of luck this year. If you're looking to get your team shirts or just looking for spirit wear for yourself, remember Press Yours On You. We have over 1,400 square foot of retail space in our shop. Stop by and see us and check out our offerings. Business lets us help you promote your brand. Decoration methods we offer include screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Thank you to everyone in our community for the support over the last 16 years. Thank you for supporting local. Press Yours On You, 506 West Wood, Camp Point, Illinois. United Community Bank has been serving our community in banking since 1973 and is a proud member of the Pittsfield Strong United community. UCB brings you the latest banking technology, security, and convenience you expect, delivered with friendly local service you deserve from your community bank. UCB invites you to stop in for a visit at number 1 Professional Plaza in Pittsfield, or you can find them online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank, the leader of community banking, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Sign up for a Saki Rewards debit card. Damon Plumbing, serving all of Pike County and the surrounding area with quality residential and commercial plumbing services. Damon Plumbing offers septic installation, drain cleaning, new water lines, remodel work for your home, or if you're planning a new build, make sure you include the Damon boys. To get it right the first time, no job too big. Have you seen Braden and Doug? Or too small? Sorry, Corby, couldn't resist. Call Braden at 217-491-5415 or Doug at 217-617-2318. Damon Plumbing, recommended by our family for your family. Welcome to Douglas Automotive and Tire, your expert truck and car repair center in Pittsfield, Illinois. We provide full service from oil changes to new tires and everything in between. Contact us today to schedule service. We're located at 303 West Jefferson Street in Pittsfield, Illinois. Call 217-922-0064. That's 217-922-0064. Britton and the gang know cars, and if you need repairs, call Douglas Automotive today for all your repairs.
Jersey's World! Jersey's World! Party time! Excellent! Party on, James! Party on, Todd!
Jersey's Bar and Grill in Camp Point, where you can find the best burgers, sandwiches, and steaks, all locally sourced from GJY Beef Company.
We love beer! We love beer!
Ice cold draft beer. Enjoy one of our many craft selections on the patio. All at Jersey's Bar and Grill, 109 East Jefferson, Camp Point, Illinois.
Welcome back on the Little Jess Motors halftime show. Little Jess, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram at 3431 Main Street in Quincy, Illinois. The place to go for your next car buying experience. Their staff is committed to making the process simple and making sure each customer's needs are satisfied. Learn more at littlejessmotor.com or stop by and see them across from Quincy High School in Quincy, Illinois.
Well, in the first half of play, the Mustangs were 6 of 11 from the 2, 0 of 5 from the 3, shooting a total of 6 of 16 from the field for 38%. They did not attempt a free throw in the first half. Individual scoring for the Mustangs, Cody Schaefer, Skylar Goudshaw, and Ethan Voss with 2 points apiece, and they were led in scoring in the first half by Melvin McMillan with 6 points. For the Tornadoes, Griggsville Perry, they were 12 of 17 from the 2. Only 3 3-point attempts in the first half for Griggsville Perry, finishing the first half shooting 13 of 20 from the field for 65% and 1 of 2 from the free throw stripe. Scoring for the Tornadoes, Logan Finsick and Garrett Woodward with 2 points apiece. Dane McAllister with 3 points. Michael Myers with 4. Wyatt Lipman with 8 points. And Lane Lipman led the way in scoring for the Tornadoes in the first half with 9 points.
28-12, GP leads Unity at the halftime break. Our final break of the Little Jess Motors halftime show. Third quarter action your way next on Central Illinois Sports.
Sports families, come check out Central Valley Sports, the new facility in town. Located 3 miles south of Winchester at 520 Winchester Glasgow Road. Batting cages, pitching mounds, pitching machines, and more. Open to all ages and skill levels. The facility is available for team rental, individual membership, and family memberships. Be sure to check out the Central Valley Sports Facebook page for more information and stay up to date on individual lessons and camps offered throughout the year.
At Game Masters in Quincy,
we're passionate about the outdoors.
Game Masters has the perfect gifts for this holiday season.
Come in and check out all of the great gift ideas like hunting accessories, clothing, gun safes, guns and bows.
Let Game Masters help you with your holiday shopping.
Go to GameMastersOutdoors.com to check out the selection.
And don't forget gift cards for those hard-to-buy loved ones. Clothing, fishing, hunting, gifts, and more.
Game Masters in Quincy.
We're passionate about the outdoors.
There's a road that makes all the difference between the good and the great. A road less traveled for the few who can handle the grind. One of hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership, with a respect for heritage and tradition and a willingness to adapt. At Little Jess, we travel that road every day because we believe in that difference. and we dare our competition to try and keep up. Little Jess, serving the tri-state area since 1969.
Just about ready to start second half action here on Central Illinois Sports. Our game tonight brought to you in part by Bowlers Universe. They're open Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Fridays until midnight, Saturdays 4 to midnight. Check them out every day from 11 and 2, Monday through Friday, for their $6 burger and fry special, the best burger in Pike County at Bowlers Universe in Pittsfield. Griggsville Perry the 28-12 lead. Tornadoes will also get the basketball to start the second half of play. And for this Unity Mustang squad, imperative that they cut down on turnovers if they hope to make any kind of a comeback bid in this one, Damon.
Yeah, got to get the ball into the half court and really get into an offensive set. I think they've got to do a better job getting the ball to Melvin McMillan and let him try to create on the offensive end.
Down low, Myers gets it in the paint for GP. He'll go to work, turnaround shot. No good. Rebound tipped into the hands of Sawyer Allen for the Mustangs. Gouchel works it to McMillan. He'll drive inside. Is tied up by Eli White. And it'll stay with the Mustangs, but good interior defense by the senior.
Yeah, nice job by Eli White to anticipate that spin move and to not foul, but just grab the basketball and get tied up for that held possession.
Pass comes into the corner. Allen for three, no good, as the Tornadoes have defended the perimeter well in this one. Into the front court, Myers. Little pull-up jump shot, rolls through. Michael Myers with another two. Inbounds pass now knocked away by Wyatt Lipkeman. Aggressive on the defensive side is GP in the full court.
That bucket right there by Michael Myers gave the Tornadoes the 18-point lead. It's their largest lead of the ball game. And since early going, where Mendon was really having an easy time breaking that press, the Tornadoes have done a much better job. And as we say that, Ethan Voss is able to get the layup, a nice pass from his teammate after they broke the press. And Mendon with their first points of the third quarter.
Anybody ever told you you're bad luck?
Only my mama.
Here's Myers of the free throw line. Going to go to work off the dribble. Runner up, no good. Rebound, a foul. They're going to call that against Myers.
That'll be Myers' second. First foul of the quarter against the Tornadoes.
Out of bounds length of the court to go for Unity. McMillan in the backcourt, gets it to Schaefer. Now Allen, he'll let everybody clear out and bring it up. Works off the dribble toward the sideline. Between the circles to Schaefer. Back to Allen. Looking for McMillan at the high post now. Guarded by Eli White. Allen gets it back now. To McMillan. Looks on the baseline to Voss. He'll go to work. Finds himself an opening. Shot put up no good. Rebound, McMillan runs it down on the offensive side. One-handed pass across the way to Allen. He'll drive and is fouled by Lane Lipkeman.
That'll be Lane Lipkeman's third. Second foul of the quarter against the Tornadoes. So Garrett Woodward will be the first man off the bench of the second half, as Lipkeman will go to the bench with those three fouls. See Sawyer Allen. No, Allen doesn't check back in. They're just telling him the ball's being inbound underneath the bucket.
He thought it was going out on the sideline there. Inbounds pass comes to Allen in the corner out of a double team. Gouchel. Now to McMillan. He'll put it on the deck, drive inside, and got away with the travel there. White called for the foul.
So that'll be White's third. And just like that, foul trouble mounting a little bit for the Tornadoes. To the line to shoot the first free throws of the night for the Mustangs, Melvin McMillan. McMillan leading his team with 6 points. His team trailing 30-15 now, as the first free throw for McMillan is good.
The Pike County Express is your local family-owned newspaper. Read about all the good things happening around the area each Wednesday on a newsstand near you with your copy of the Pike County Express.
Second free throw for McMillan is on its way, and it is good.
He has always been a good free throw shooter, has Melvin McMillan. Makes it a 14-point game with 6:05 to play in the third. McAllister at the free throw line. Myers out top, Wyatt Lipkeman. Over to Woodward. Now Wyatt Lipkeman gets a touch left side. Into McAllister. Rims in and out, no good on the shot. And the rebound to McMillan. To Gaucho. Throws it to Voss. It's not over and back. He wasn't across yet. Now Voss drives in. Wild shot, no good. Rebound down to Myers for the Tornadoes. Woodward into the front court. Out top Myers. Left alone for a three, and he says, I'll take this one. Thank you. Myers with another one. Makes it 33-16. And now a reach at about right at the half-court line called on Garrett Woodward.
Woodward's first. 4 team fouls in the quarter, so 4 team fouls less than 3 minutes into the third quarter. Mustangs will shoot the double bonus the remainder of this third quarter.
Schaefer with the basketball and the inbounds to Allen. Allen's pass now tipped out of bounds. Right back in front of the bench here for the maroon and white Unity Mustangs. Gaucho to Allen. Myers on the floor, with 3 fouls right now?
Now Myers only has 2 fouls.
And now a block by McAllister and a rebound down to Myers. He'll push it into the front court, has picked it up, works it on the right side. Garrett Woodward for a 3, it's no good. Rebound pulled in by Allen. Pushes ahead to Schaefer. Left side Voss, quick pass to the baseline, McMillan. Turns and faces there and hits the bottom of the net. Melvin McMillan with another 2 for Unity. And now on the dribble up the court, Wyatt Lipkeman will be fouled by Sawyer Allen.
That'll be Allen's first foul of the quarter against the Mustangs.
Lipkeman gets it on the inbounds and brings it across the half-court line. Right side, Woodward. To Myers. Fakes and drives. Kicks on the right side. Bensick for the 3, yes. Little in and out game for the Tornadoes, and they've tied their biggest lead of the contest at 18 points on the PCRE scoreboard. McMillan inside. Gonna go to work off the dribble. Kicks it left side. Gaucho for 3, trying to answer, no good. And Michael Myers is over the back on the rebound.
Now Myers has 3 fouls, and that's the 5th foul of the quarter against the Tornadoes. So the Mustangs will go to the line to shoot 2. That'll be Voss with his first free throw attempts of the ball game. His team's got the 36-18 deficit. Officials confer on what their Christmas plans are. And Voss is ready with the first. Ball is up and good.
Rusty's still in the Navy. Room and Twine located just north of Pittsfield, across from the airport, your local headquarters for concrete, lawn ornaments, fountain statues, benches, and much, much more. Stop by and see them for some great Christmas shopping at RealNet and Twine.
Voss gets them both. He's got 6.
And makes it 36-20, halfway home in this third quarter. Unity has done a good job at the free throw line. They've not done a good job stringing together stops on this end of the court. Here's Spensick, wide open at the free throw line. Shot up, no good. A rebound pulled down by Schaefer. Pushes ahead to Allen, who had to go between his grips and turned over.
First turnover of the quarter for the Mustangs.
McAllister, right side, Wyatt Lipkeman. Out top lane, Lipkeman, wide open 3, short. Rebound pulled in by Gaucho. He'll push it ahead to McMillan. McMillan on the run out, off the window and in for 2.
McMillan's got a dozen.
Makes it 36-22. Woodward on the wing left side, out top to Lane Lipkeman. Over to Woodward near the sideline. Out top Finsick, just inside the arc, it's short. And the rebound pulled in by Schaefer. Into the front court. Quickly the ball comes to McMillan on the left side. He'll work it over to Schaefer for a 3. It's an air ball, and Garrett Woodward has the rebound for the Tornadoes. Into the front court pass tip. Stolen away by Schaefer. He'll push it ahead. Quick pass down low is again stolen away by Woodward. And then they'll call him for traveling. Thought he might have gotten away with it there for a moment. And he would have. If it hadn't been for those meddling kids and that dog, and the referee with the whistle, of course. Here's White back into the game. He'll sit down Finsick. On the other side, Miles Moulton is in for Gouchel. 2 minutes, 46 seconds to play in the third. Inbounds pass, Miles Moulton from the free throw line, and he'll find the mark. But this was his bucket of the night.
Nobody within 3 feet of Moulton there as in the backcourt. Mendon will be whistled for their second foul of the quarter as Schaefer gets whistled for his second. Finsick will check back in. Eli White will take a seat.
Looked like classic pass interference that time. Had him by the...
Not sure if it was pass interference or a hold, because I think he had him before the ball was in the air.
By the waistband, kind of turned him for sure, right? Yeah. Finsick in the backcourt finds Lane Lipkeman. He'll bring it full steam ahead into the front court. 2:30 to play in the third. GP up by 12. Wyatt Lipkeman down low, finds an open McAllister, gets underneath. Little reverse layup is up and good. Had a little extra English shot on the old spin around that
looked like a shot you might see in Pig right there from McAllister. He's got 5.
At this point, you would have a P, Damon, because I don't think you could do that.
Somebody say bacon.
And here's a ball thrown right into the middle of the defense and stolen away. Into the front court, Wyatt Lipkeman right side. I don't know where that pass was intended, but there was no one home. Other than 3 white shirts for GP. Finsick with it on the dribble against McMillan. McMillan really pressuring him. Finsick does a nice job to handle it. Gets it to Woodward, blows by his man on the baseline, hangs in the air, gets it to go, and he'll have an and one opportunity coming up here.
Woodward will go to the line to shoot one after being fouled by Miles Moulton. That's Moulton's third foul of the quarter against the Mustangs. GP's lead back out to 16, 40-24 with 1:39 to play in the third quarter. Lane Lipkeman takes a seat for the Tornadoes as Eli White checks back into the ballgame. Garrett Woodward at the line where his free throw is good. Woodward's got 5 and lead back out to 17.
Parsons gets the ball to Voss. His pass tipped high up in the air and stolen away. And then we'll get a timeout by Griggsville Perry with 1:26 to play in the third. It's an Adams Experts timeout with top-notch local computer sales and service. Call Adams Experts 217-214-3423.
At Logan Agri-Service, we consider it a badge of honor to be recognized as one of the larger independent suppliers of crop protection chemicals in the Midwest. We've worked hard for years to provide you with the access to the best herbicides, insecticides, and fungicides from top manufacturers because we know without you, our local farmers, we wouldn't be here. When you have questions, call our local experts to discuss what works best for your fields and your situation, or visit us online at loganag.com. Serving agriculture since 1962.
1:26 to play in the third. Griggsville Perry took their first time out of the contest, leading 41-24, and the Tornadoes have the ball length of the court to go here. Ball comes to Myers. High pass finds Woodward. Gets it to Wyatt Lipkeman. Check that's Lane Lipkeman as he brings it across. Good thing those two or different jersey numbers, Damon. First of all, if they were the same, it'd be a technical. Secondly, it's hard to tell them apart. Here's a drive by Myers. Good, but the referee says fouled on the floor.
That'll be the 4th foul of the quarter against the Mustangs. Looks like they got McMillan for that one. Or Voss. His first.
Inbounds pass comes to Wyatt Lipkeman. Under a minute to play in the third. A 17-point lead and the basketball for Griggsville Perry. Here's Wyatt Lipkeman. Little hesitation move. Ball comes around the horn to Woodward. Way out front. GP also gets the ball to start the fourth quarter, barring a tie-up in the next 41 seconds. Myers with it out front. Sure looks like the Tornadoes are going to try to hold for one.
We saw late in the first half, GP held for the last shot, and they were able to get a backdoor layup. Right now they got to get rid of the ball, and Woodward finally does. Gets it to Lane Lipkeman.
With 20 seconds to play in the third. Out to Myers. Myers against McMillan. Bounce pass on the right side. McAllister with 10 seconds. Gets it to Wyatt Lipkman. Blows by his man on the baseline. Shot won't fall. Lost the rebound. Into the front court, McMillan. 3-2. Trying to dribble in. Stolen away by Woodward. Woodward, three-quarter court shot at the buzzer. Off the iron. No good. And we head to quarter number 4 with GP on top over Unity. 41-24.
Luke and Aaron Fessler at Fessler Insurance are here to help you with all of your insurance needs. Fessler Insurance, a Country Financial agency, provides life, health, auto, home, and farm insurance. Trust your insurance needs to the local folks at Fessler Insurance. Call for a quote today at 217-285-4429 or stop by at 1165 West Washington Street in Pittsfield for Fessler Insurance.
Best Systems Insulators offer insulation for homes and commercial buildings throughout central Illinois and the surrounding areas. We take great care to ensure that the insulation products we use are the best fit for our clients and their project. We understand that different buildings have different needs and that each of our clients has a unique set of goals. Let us work with you to find the best solution for your next project. Call Best Systems Insulators at 217-285-6005. That's 285-6005, or visit them online at GoBestSystems.com.
You're getting thirsty. Bold. Refreshing. So good. I mean, dude.
Ready to start quarter number 4. GP with a 17-point lead and the basketball here. Tornadoes on the attack as Woodward has it. Out to Myers. Joined by McAllister, Wyatt Lipkman, and Lane Lipkman. Now a ball deflected and saved in bounds by the referee. Good
kick save and a beauty.
Yeah, took it off the old breadbasket that time. Out top, Woodward turns the corner, gets downhill, shot up, count it, and one for the junior, Garrett Woodward.
Woodward shot that ball left-handed, gets the bucket to go. It's now the largest lead of the ball game for GP. First foul of the quarter against the Mustangs was whistled against Moulton. That'll be Moulton's second. As Woodward can't get the free throw to go, rebound down into the hands of Parsons.
Biggest lead of the contest, though, right now for GP, this 19-point bulge with 7:23 to play. Left side, Parsons with it. He'll work it out top to Moulton. His pass stolen away by Garrett Woodward, his fourth steal. He'll push it into the front court, finds Wyatt Lipkman up on the runner, and in for two more. Tornadoes are having it their way, and Keith Carruthers would like an Adams Network timeout. Reliable, worry-free internet that doesn't buffer and can handle whatever life throws at you. It's Adams Fiber. They're local and they provide the ultimate internet experience. Visit followthefiber.net.
I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella.
You're dating someone?
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. Arlo's not a boy.
Oh, boy.
Ah, not a boy. Apparently, we just learned that it's a camera named after a boy. Why don't you name it Peter?
The thing for me that really separates DOT, senior leadership and the owners of the business really focus on employee engagement.
We have some of the best people managers.
The Tracy family, senior leaders throughout the business, really all of our leaders care about the employees that work here.
And that allows for a lot of families to come work at Dot Foods, and I think that's part of it, is being able to have all those different schedules and the flexibility to be able to move things around when life happens.
7:03 to play in the contest. Unity took the timeout as Griggsville Perry Damon has really taken control of this contest.
Well, Mendon Unity early on in that third quarter wasn't turning the ball over, but since the 4-minute mark of the third quarter, the Mustangs with 6 turnovers, as they have 16 total turnovers now compared to just 6 for the Tornadoes.
McMillan gets it on the baseline, splits the double team, and puts it up and in for 2. He's been one of the few bright spots here for the Mustangs.
He's got 14 in the ballgame now for the Mustangs.
Myers with it, drives by the man and is fouled by Parsons.
Second foul of the quarter against the Mustangs. Parsons will be whistled for his first.
And it's ball out of bounds underneath here for GP. Pass comes on the wing to Wyatt Lipkeman. He'll bring it way out front.
Tornadoes are facing a man-to-man against the Mustangs. They're running a 5-out offense right now as McAllister has the ball. He'll attack the bucket. Shot up for him is good. McAllister's got 7.
Off the bench has played really well for GP tonight. 47-26 Tornadoes on the PCRE scoreboard. Parsons on the wing right side. That's to Miles Moulton. Works in the corner. Here's a 3 on the way by Schaefer, and he'll find the mark from behind the arc.
First 3 of the ball game for the Mustangs. They're now 1 for 9 from behind the three-point line.
Myers with the basketball. Kicks it out to McAllister. Myers lost his footing underneath. He looks to be okay. Lane Lipkeman on the dribble. Out top to Myers. Back to Wyatt Lipkeman right side. Knifes the lane. His pass tipped and could have been a travel possibly there as he kind of passed it to himself. Ball now to Woodward, who has also played well off the bench. Creates a little space, a little step back, Jay. Good again for Garrett Woodward.
And Woodward's got 9.
49-29. Very balanced scoring for the Tornadoes in this contest.
Just a lot better movement on the offensive end. Much better than what we've seen out of the Tornadoes in their prior 2 games that we've broadcast against the Sockies and Friday night against West Central, as Mendon will lose the ball out of bounds, turnover their 17th. And that's what Griggsville Perry has to do. They're athletic, they're quick, but it's much easier to guard if you're all standing in one spot on the floor.
See Blake Arnsman for the first time for Unity. Also into the contest is Gouchel, replacing Schaefer and Moulton. Under 5 to play. McAllister kicks it out to Myers. Now Wyatt Lipkeman looks down low. There's Woodward. Shot fake and another 2. No, misses it. Gets his own board. And the Tornadoes will reset. Myers attacks down low. Throws it out to McAllister. Garrett White tells his squad, we're not in a hurry here. Up by 20. 4:30 to play. They've had good pace throughout the night, though. You've talked about that. A lot more fluid motion on the offensive side. Here's Wyatt Lipkeman, gets past the defender, and he'll put it off the glass and in for 2. Biggest lead of the contest right now. Now it's going to be added to as Lipkeman gets the steal. Larceny, and the layup is good for Wyatt Lipkeman.
Well, let's not forget Friday night, Garrett Woodward wasn't on the floor for this Tornado squad. And we've seen him come in and give some valuable minutes to Coach Garrett White. Just does a lot of good things out there as Lane Lipkeman gets the steal and the layup on the other end. He's got 11. That's his first points of the second half. See some substitutions come into the ballgame for the Tornadoes on the next dead ball.
Gouchel has it out top. He'll fire away from distance, no good. Offensive rebound to Parsons. He'll attack down low, little high archer, no good. And the rebound to Myers. Into the front court, they get it down to McAllister. A pretty pass, and McAllister knows what to do with it. He'll put it in for another 2. The Tornadoes are running away with this one now with 3:09 to play. McMillan out front to Arnsman. Finds Parsons. Gets it to Voss in the middle. He'll turn and face. Now has a pass stolen away. Wyatt Lipkeman ahead to McAllister. Look out on the run out. Shot put up is good. And he'll get an and 1 opportunity here.
McAllister's got 11. Gouch will be whistled for his first. 3rd foul of the quarter. And that 30-point lead means the clock will run for the remaining 2:35 of the ball game.
This is a Unity squad that has played some close games, 7-5 on the season, and Griggsville Perry has absolutely imposed their will here tonight.
Well, the Tornadoes have come out and taken care of business like they needed to. As McAllister gets the free throw to go, he'll take a seat as his night will be over. As see Rory Phillips check into the ball game for the first time in this one for Griggsville Perry.
I also see Braden Lister, Brody Rush, Clint Kirk, and the fifth man is Fensick. Mustangs have the basketball. We see Christian Lopez in for the first time. He'll give the ball to Parsons. Now Allen at the free throw line. He'll put it on the deck, kick it out top to Lopez for the left-handed three, and he has the nice stroke for the tray. 60-32 with 1:42 to play in this contest. Rush in the backcourt finds Kirk. Hands it off to Fensick. Fensick will dribble out front, now crosses over. He really handles the ball pretty well for a guy his size. Now to Rush. Rush spins away from the defender, and Allen drives right in and can't get the runner. Rebound down to Phillips. And Rory Phillips on the glass for two. The lead back to 30 with 1:10 to play. Stay tuned for the Blessing Health System post-game show. We'll have final stats. We'll also name our Edward Jones player of the game. Here's McMillan firing away from three, no good. Ball off of Phillips and out of bounds.
Hit him in the worst spot. The hands.
Yeah. 50
Phillips
seconds
laughing
left.
at himself out there on the floor.
Allen to inbound. Gets it to Lopez. Out top, the pass is into the backcourt. And a turnover on Unity. As Keith Carruthers looks up to the clock and says, man, this thing cannot run fast enough. Running clock with 27 seconds to play. Fensick gets it and can just dribble this one out for Griggsville Perry with 18 seconds to play. Tornadoes going to improve their record to 9-2 on the season. They'll play in the shootout at Illinois College both tomorrow and Saturday before they take the break for the holidays. Unity drops to 7-6, and we take you to the postgame show presented by Blessing Health System, where we have final stats, and we'll also name our player of the game next.
We do a procedure called a transcatheter aortic valve replacement, and we call it TAVR.
TAVR is state of the art. Wasn't really available worldwide until the early 2000s.
It's a minimally invasive procedure in order to replace the valve.
I'm number one.
I was number 100. Years ago, they would have to do open heart surgery, and now they don't.
Had I not had it done, I would not be here today. I feel like I'm living on a bonus of blessings.
Are you short on time or budget, but your family is hungry? It's time for the Maya Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Pittsfield. Try the Maya Special, a crowd favorite. Delicious grilled fajitas, steaks, nachos Mexicano, salads in a tortilla bowl, the tastiest salsa and cheese sauce around, and the fastest service anywhere. You can afford it. It's the Maya Mexican Restaurant on Washington Street. Call ahead with your order and you can pick it up in the drive-thru, 217-285-4526. The Maya Restaurant in Pittsfield.
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect.
One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Welcome back on the Blessing Health System post-game show. Final on this one, Griggsville Perry turns it into a runaway in the fourth quarter. They win by 30, 62-32. Tornadoes improved to 9-2 on the season as the Unity Mustangs drop to 7-6. Blessing Health System with locations throughout the region to best serve you and your family with all of your medical needs, from walk-in to primary care, specialty medicine, and emergency care. Blessing Health can care for you and your family. Learn more at blessinghealth.org. With some final stats here on the Blessing Health System post-game show, it's Damon Emmerich.
Well, the Mendon Unity Mustangs in this one, shooting 13 of 32 from the field for 41%, 11 of 20 from the 2, and just 2 of 12 from the three-point line. The Mustangs were 4 of 4 from the charity stripe. 22 turnovers are what did the Mustangs in this one. 2 late changes in the ball game. We were tied at 2. The Mustangs' largest lead of the ball game was 1, as they had the early 6-5 lead. Scoring for the Mustangs in this one, 2 points apiece for Miles Moulton and Skylar Goudshaw, 3 points for Christian Lopez, 5 for Cody Schaefer, 6 for Ethan Voss, and Melvin McMillan led the way in the ball game for the Mustangs with 14 points. For the Tornadoes, they shot 28 of 45 from the field for 62%. A change-up in this one for the Tornadoes compared to what we've seen lately, as they attempted only 7 three-point attempts, making 3 of those, and they were 3 of 5 from the free throw line. 6 turnovers in the ballgame for the Tornadoes, who led by as many as 31 points on the heels of scoring as follows. 2 points for Rory Phillips, Logan Finsick with 5, 9 points apiece for Garrett Woodward and Michael Myers, 11 points for Lane Lipkman, 12 for Dane McAllister, and Wyatt Lipkman led the way in scoring for GP in this one with 14 points.
Time to name our player of the game, presented by Edward Jones Financial Advisor Derek Harris. Financial investments are important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, parents, and mentors. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones Financial Advisor, understands this. That's why Derek Harris is a proud sponsor of the player of the game on Central Illinois Sports, and I really think Dane McAllister deserving of the player of the game in this one. A lot of maturity out of that senior when you think about coming off the bench for the first time this season, seeing that role change. And some guys, Damon, would kind of sit there and, pout or maybe, be upset about it, but he kind of flourished in that role tonight for GP.
Yeah, I think Dane McAllister embraced this one coming off the bench, did a nice job, and he just found his flow in the game as he went along. Did a really good job there, and, it's a momentum builder, it's a confidence builder, and that's the big key for Dane. We've seen whenever Dane plays well, whenever he comes off the bench and can knock a shot down early, it's important for him. And for this Griggsville Perry squad, also important for them to put some points up on the board. We saw there on Monday night they came away with a tough 37-26 win at Greenfield Northwestern. So for them to come out and really light up the offensive end and to do so with pretty rounded scoring throughout, that's a big key for Coach White's squad as they head into big weekend games before the Christmas break.
Speaking of Garrett White, he joins us here on the Blessing Health System post-game show. And, Coach, after a little bit of a rough week last week, your team has responded nicely. Maybe not the prettiest of wins on Monday night against Greenfield, but a pretty big win against a Mendon Unity squad who has been playing very well to start their season.
Yeah, we're hoping that when this thing's all said and done, we can look back and say last week was the best thing that happened to us in losing those games to Pittsfield and West Central. Certainly you don't want to lose games to schools that, some might consider your rival, but we learned some good hard lessons from that, and I learned a lot from watching those games, and we kind of went back and re-implemented one of our old offenses. We ran through the wheel. We were patient tonight. And then when we were able to get a lead, we were able to spread them back out into kind of our 5-out stuff and attack it with the lead, and made some changes in the lineup. I thought McAllister and Woodward were outstanding coming off the bench tonight and gave us a good lift. It was a well-rounded effort. And I told them we got to be triple-header tough. We got a good Illini Central team tomorrow, and then we've got a heavyweight bout with Calvary on Saturday in a game that they got switched in with Lovejoy because Lovejoy had to drop out. So 2 good tests here before the break, and it was a good test tonight. That Mendon Unity team is no joke. They've played everybody close, and they've had some nice wins this year.
Coach, coming into this one, shooting 45 free field goal attempts in the game, only 7 of them from the three-point line. And we saw last week in those 2 games that you lost to Pittsfield and West Central that maybe became too comfortable taking those shots behind the line. Was that a point of emphasis coming into this week?
It was, and that was part of the re-implementation of the wheel offense. It's not a necessarily there's your looks that you can get because there's 4 guys out on the perimeter a lot, but we thought we were chucking too much and settling too much. Good things happen when you attack the basket, and we've got some guys capable of getting to the basket, and we just thought we were becoming too reliant on one-on-one trying to break down our defender and just kind of chucking. And you shoot bad shots, it's as good as a turnover sometimes because they're getting the rebound and they're running to the other end. So I thought our shot selection was a lot better tonight. And when that happens, we're able to set up our defense. So good things happen when you attack the basket.
You talked about two guys coming off the bench tonight. We named Dane McAllister our player of the game. A lot of maturity out of a senior, not sitting on the bench and pouting when he gets to gets out of the starting lineup. He came in really focused, it looked like, and he was a key contributor in this game for you.
Yeah, I talked to Dane today. I called him out of class. He thought he was in trouble, and I just said, hey, you're not in trouble. You haven't done anything wrong. This goes back to junior high. He always came off the bench for me in junior high, and he might come in and 2 minutes in and not come out the rest of the game. For whatever reason, some guys are better doing that. Jamal Crawford for years in the NBA. And speaking of Crawford, from what I've heard, Dusty, his uncle, was the same way coming off the bench throughout his high school career. He just settle in, watch the game a little bit, and he had a great attitude about it. He almost seemed happy about it. And for a senior to be happy about it, like, hey, you're coming off the bench now, shows he's in it for the right reasons and he's in it for the team, and he responded well and, like you said, didn't hang his head and came in and played a good basketball game tonight.
Coach, what have you seen this year from Garrett Woodward? We saw last year, he'd get some minutes sporadically in the varsity level, but for a younger guy, he's unfortunately been behind the Lipman twins, who you don't like to bring off the floor because they do so much, not only on the offensive end, but to create a lot of havoc on defense. And it just seems like this year, Garrett Woodward's been a totally different player for you.
Yeah, Woodward, he's a scorer through and through, and he gives us that extra dynamic when he's on the court. And he's grown. I mean, he's long, he's athletic. We'd like him to continue to get stronger, but he's one of our best shooters when he's on the court as well. And we're a lot harder to guard when you've got to honor the twins and Woodward and Michael all out on the perimeter who all can shoot. You can't just have guys clogging it up in the paint and taking away those driving lanes, and he just makes us more dynamic in that.
Coming into the season, I don't think there's any secret. You have one of the top teams in the area, and I think you kind of relish that and, kind of take that with pride. But you also know that means people give you their best shot. After last week, a lot of people were maybe like, oh, you got to do this and do that. Well, you're not going to change everything. This team won 20-plus basketball games last season with basically the exact same players on the court. So you're not changing everything, but that's what coaches do. You make those little adjustments to help the team have the best chance to be successful.
Yeah, it was almost just getting back to the basics, slowing down to speed up, not changing everything. Like I said, this has been an offense that we've had in the whole time. We just kind of went away from it. But, yeah, just getting back to the fundamentals. It's funny, when you lose, everybody's got the answers. When you win, nobody says anything. But we were happy with the way they responded after the two losses last week. And even the Greenfield win, it wasn't the prettiest, but we were more patient on offense, and we played really good defense down there. And so we're heading in the right direction going into break.
Well, and for as much as you don't want to lose a game or games, with the expectations that your team had coming into this season, maybe it took a little bit of pressure off of them and just got them back to focusing on basketball, because you do hear a lot of talk, oh, GP's in the state rankings, or you've got this game coming up. And, the reality of it is we're in December, and we're building towards February and hopefully March.
Right, yeah. Of course you want to win them all, but you said it. After we lost, it's just kind of like the pressure's off. You're not going to go undefeated. That's a really, really hard thing to do, and that's okay. We want to be playing our best basketball in February, and that's something I've continued to preach. And we just got to keep building, keep grinding, and having different guys step up and being a star in your role. Everybody be a star in their role.
We wish you well in the games this weekend at Illinois College, the alma mater of Damon Emmerich, believe it or not.
And Charles Hall.
I can't believe they don't have a banner up that says that, but, Coach, congratulations, and thanks for the time.
Thank you, guys.
They're turning out the lights here at the Knicks, so we better wrap it up here for John Hull and for Damon Emmerich, who has something he'd like to say before we leave.
Real quick, have to give a quick shout-out to one of the Mendon Unity Mustangs' biggest fans, Mary Nisbet, recovering from a broken arm from a fall. Wish her well, and can say that even though her team lost tonight, she'll still be proud of the effort they put forth, and we'll be rooting for them in their next games.
GP with the victory tonight, 62-32 over the Unity Mustangs. That's going to do it on this Central Illinois Sports presentation.